Hi, and welcome back to this YouTube devotional series called Seasons that's based on the book by the same title. Now, I just wanted to clarify, you do not need to purchase the book in order for you to get anything out of this series. Today, we're going to talk about inattentive receiving. And I'm going to be going a little bit off from what the book was talking about, but I'll give you a brief synopsis. If I am not intentional in being attentive to the things that God has given me and for the people in my life who show practical acts of mercy and generosity and service, then I will find my eyes fixed on something else that isn't so positive. The church I used to attend meets in a school gym, and every Sunday, except during the summer months, they have to completely tear down all of our sound equipment, the chairs, the tables, everything has to be put away because the gym is used during the week. I noticed over the years that while many people would help on occasion, there was a core group of people who every single week were there to serve before church began and were there to help clean up after the service ended. However, I also noticed that there were a core group of people who never did anything after church ended, and they were never there before church to help set up. They would stay around and talk at the back of the gym, and people who were helping to tear down the gym would have to bypass their conversations, and they just were kind of oblivious to the work that needed to be done, or they just didn't care. Or perhaps they were really having meaningful conversations every single week that they just had to dive into. I don't know. But I noticed I started to become resentful towards those people. And the more I fixated on them not helping to tear down the gym, the less I was fixated on those who were blessing us by being so generous in their time and their effort. That got me thinking. One of my favorite worship songs at the moment is called Spirit Moves. And one of the choruses within that song goes like this: "We are fixed on this one thing, to know your goodness and see your glory. We're transformed by this one thing, to know your presence and see your beauty." The word fixed got my attention. I look at the phrase keeping your eyes fixed as an intentional and intense gaze that you place on something. Your focus is completely on it. In the same way, I'm looking directly at the camera right now, and I'm fixated on the camera. Another image that might help you as you try to grasp what does it mean to keep our eyes fixed. It's this: two cowboys, high noon, on opposite ends of Main Street. Their opponent are 200 yards in front of them. On either side of them, people are peering out the single pane glass windows of the shops and the saloons in that little rustic western town. But those cowboys, you can see the intensity in their eyes, even though their cowboy hat is down low over their eyes to provide shade. You know they are intense, and you know they are seeing nothing but their opponent that lays ahead. Psalm 119 verse 6 says, "I shall not be put to shame, having my eyes fixed on all of your commandments." And here's one other passage that I never thought of this one before, but it fits. It's in Acts chapter 3, when Peter and John were going to the temple to pray as was their custom. And a man lame from birth was being carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, that is called the Beautiful Gate, to ask for alms of those entering the temple. Seeing that Peter and John were about to go into the temple, he asked to receive alms. And Peter directed his gaze at him, as did John, and said, "Look at us." And the lame man fixed his attention on them, expecting to receive something. what you focus on is more than likely what you're going to become. I see this on social media all the time, where people are fixated on the hate of a particular group or political party or lifestyle or whatever. They are fixated and they're angry because those people are so fixated and angry. But the more people post or concentrate on how negative and evil the other party is, the more they become negative and hateful in their attitudes, and the more dark they become, and the less likely I personally am to read their Facebook timeline, visit their Instagram, or visit their YouTube channel. I never went to Sunday school, but I did help teach Sunday school once in a while, so I guess that's why those songs stick in my brain. But one that we taught children was, "Be careful, little eyes, what you see." I think we can change that into, "Be careful, little eyes, what you choose to see." So today, choose to see Philippians 4 verse 8. Whatever is pure, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is of good report, think of these things.